Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Hail to the Fandom Menace. This is Bear Nerd Fun. Well, I found this little tidbit. Star Wars 9 theory, Mandalorian cloning could retcon Rey's origin. Rey might actually be a clone, just not the one we thought. Well, ever since Daisy Ridley first appeared on screen in Star Wars The Force Awakens, fans have wondered about the origins of Rey and speculated that she might be a clone of some famous Jedi or Sith. Even after The Last Jedi revealed that she came from nothing. The mystery of Rey has only grown stronger, and a few subtle clues have from Lucasfilm new live-action Star Wars show. The Mandalorian could provide fodder for one or more. One of the most far-out theories yet about Rey's origins ahead of a potentially huge reveal in Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. Could Rey share some DNA with Yoda? It might sound ridiculous, but if you look carefully, the evidence is there to back up this theory. In case you've been hiding in a Sarlacc pit and haven't seen The Mandalorian yet, here's what you need to know. In the show's first episode, we learned that the main character, an anonymous bounty hunter played by Pedro Pascal, has been hired to find and retrieve a baby from the same green furry species as Yoda. Then, in an episode 2, it turns out this baby Yoda can already use the Force. Meanwhile, one fan spotted an interesting detail about the scientist who's working with Werner Herzog. His outfit sports the same emblem seen on all the Jango Fett clones on Kamino back in Star Wars prequels, which seems like a pretty clear proof that he's a cloner. And with his sights set on the Yoda baby, Kaminoan emblem worn by all clones. That is interesting. Apparently that picture's not clickable. It seems likely the scientist simply wants to clone the Yoda baby and create more Force-sensitive creatures. However, it's also possible that this could be more complicated. In the non-canonical twisting my tongue tonight, canonical Star Wars Legends universe, the Empire banned any and all research into midichlorians, but allowed some top secret research into the cloning of Force-sensitive creatures and how the process affected their midichlorian levels. This facility was controlled by Grand Admiral Thrawn, who was recently brought back into the Star Wars canon in a series of new books starting in 2017. So it's possible some of that research happened in the current Star Wars canon. The scientists from The Mandalorian could even be from Thrawn's secret cloning facility. Alright, there's one thing here that I really need to point out. In the EU, there were stories about cloned Jedi and cloned Force users. Yeah, I read the books. I read them. So if they're getting the ideas from there for this, I've read those books, and they're really good books. They're good stories. The stories are told decent, good. And, you know, what's the bottom line that we want? We want well-written stories without pandering to any political agenda. Any. Cut a line through that and crumple up the paper, throw it away, because we want good stories. Back to the article. By the way, we expressed opinions here, just so you know. What does this mean? Well, if scientists plan to clone the Yoda baby or harness its midichlorians and give them to some other clone, that means there could be another powerful Force user out somewhere in the galaxy with Yoda species DNA, potentially making it one of the most powerful beings around. Sound familiar? Sure, a lot of this is a stretch, but with Rey's origin still a big mystery and all the evidence suggesting the rise of Skywalker will retcon her backstory in some way, this could be as a good explanation as any other. At the very least, The Mandalorian seems to be subtly reminding us that cloning is a key theme in the Star Wars franchise, ahead of Episode 9's release. And that can't just be a coincidence, can it? Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail.